Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell as well so that you can be the first person to get notified each time we upload a new video. Don't forget to also leave your opinions in the comment section. Very importantly, give this video a massive thumbs up. That way we are able to keep giving you more reliable and authentic news, and YouTube will be able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Nigerians newly acquired 150 billion naira presidential jet has been flown back to the country after months in South Africa, where it underwent a full livery change to the nation's green and white colors. The Airbus A330-200 was spotted at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on Wednesday. Photographs posted on Thursday by aviation tracking account Abuja Aviation on Instagram showed the twin-engine wide-body aircraft tail number 5N-FGA parked at the presidential wing of the airport. The aircraft is painted almost entirely white with green, white, green stripes running the full length of its fuselage and an emblem of a Nigerian Air Force crest on the forward fuselage near the cockpit windows on both sides. Both engine intakes were capped with bright red circular covers, signaling that the aircraft at the time the photograph was taken was not being prepared for immediate flight. A self-contained air was also positioned at the forward left doorway, but no passengers were visible in it. However, ground personnel were spotted at the front of the wing and slightly behind the nose gear. A presidency official who asked not to be named because he was not authorized to speak to the press confirmed the arrival, saying, yes, they have returned the aircraft after the painting and minor touch-ups to the inside. He added that the jet would resume presidential duties after routine acceptance checks by the Nigerian Air Force's Presidential Air Fleet. The official did not say when next the aircraft would fly the president. However, footage shared by the State House on Friday afternoon showed President Tinubu boarding the aircraft for his official visit to Kano State. He is also expected in Ogun State in the coming days to pay condolence visit to the family of the late Awujale of Ijebu-Land, Obasekiru Adetono, who died on Sunday, July 13, 2025, at the age of 91. The Reverend Monarch reigned for 65 years. The jet had been ferried to South Africa for refitting and repainting barely 9 months after President Bola Tinubu's administration took delivery of a 15-year-old wide body from a European leasing firm in August 2024. At the time, it had been out of operation for about 3 months. Since February 2025, the president has been using a San Marino registered BBJ T7NAS for his foreign and local trips. Sources who spoke to our correspondent at the time confirmed that the primary aircraft had been flown to South Africa to change its livery to reflect the office of a president. He said, and I quote, "The last I heard is that he took it abroad, I think to South Africa to change the body design. You know, it doesn't have the green, white, green," one source said, asking to maintain anonymous. "It's not only the body paint. I learned they are doing some refurbishment on it," a second official stated. Another official said the aircraft's interim commercial colors had to be stripped and replaced with Nigerians' official VIP livery before it could operate as call sign Eagle 1. Registered in Nigeria as 5N-FGA and operated by the Air Force's 001 Squadron, the twin-aisle Airbus is fitted with a master bedroom, shower, conference room, and secure communication suite. The Airbus A330 was purchased for $100 million, that is 150 billion naira, through the service-wide vote, the federal government later disclosed. The move drew harsh criticism from some sections of the National Assembly, the opposition, and the citizenry. The 15-year-old plane, an ACJ 330-200 VPCAC MSN 1053, is spacious and furnished with state-of-the-art avionics, customized interior and communication system. Tinubu Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Nonuga, said, adding it will save Nigeria huge maintenance and fuel costs, running into millions of dollars yearly. Aviation analysts say its 13-hour range allows non-stop flights from Abuja to New York or Beijing, eliminating costly fuel stops that plagued the older Boeing 737 business jets used by the late former President Muhammadu Buhari. However, officials contacted for this story did not disclose the cost of a repaint, with one saying only that it was part of the original acquisition contract. However, a full exterior repaint of a wide body like the Airbus A330 typically costs between $190,000 and $320,000, according to the recent rate cards from Lufthansa Technik, International Aerospace Costing, and South Africa's SAA Technical. They quote $8 to $10 per square foot for strip and paint work on an A330's roughly 2,323 square meters of skin, a price range aircraft manufacturers use when budgeting end-of-line livery changes. An Airbus 330 would need about 250 to 300 liters of high solid polyurethane top coat. A 2023 survey by Simple Flying and Aviation Week put the standard two-color wide-body respray at $175,000 to $200,000, rising only when multi-color wraps are required. However, the Nigerian colors, an all-white foliage, a narrow green sheet line, and a pair of national crests on both sides of the tail, and the Air Force crest near the cockpit may require low graphic work and ultimately put the cost at the lower end of the range. The new Airbus A330 is one of several aircraft currently on the presidential air fleet, arguably one of Africa's largest, with around 11 aircraft of various makes and models. Until early July, it included the 20-year-old B737-700 business jet acquired in 2005 for $43 million during former President Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure. Details obtained from US-based aircraft listing sites, the controller, say the aircraft is now on sale in Switzerland. The aircraft was listed by Jet HQ, a US-based business aviation brokerage and consulting firm that buys, sells, and leases business jets for clients worldwide. Jet HQ said the plane had undergone inspections and maintenance in preparation for sale. At the time of filing this report, however, the company had not responded to inquiries by our correspondent about the asking price. An email sent to the company's VP of Marketing, R.J. Miller, is still awaiting a reply. The presidency said the BBJ had become a money guzzler as it aged. Other aircraft on the presidential fixed-wing flights include a 13-year-old Gulfstream Aerospace G550, Gulfstream 5 G500, two Falcon 7Xs, a Hawker 4000, and a Challenger 605. 3 of the 7 fixed wings are reportedly unserviceable. The rotor wing flights include 2 Augusta 139s and 2 Augusta 101s, all operated by the Nigerian Air Force, but supervised by the Office of a National Security Advisor. Both the Buhari and Tinubu administrations had earlier pledged to streamline the PAF for cost efficiency. You all, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below, guys. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Prince Ono Majuro says, shameless goats, aircraft imported, painted, imported. Announcing this shameful act has become presidential news for these wicked demons. Another comment from by NS says, I'm not surprised. This presidential jet might even belong to the president, just a way to cash out, spend that kind of money, not even a new one. You all, thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you in my